Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for combos.
Let's see how long the opponent lets us do cool things.
Triggers. What is happening? Commanders.
In my opinion, the most broken deck you're gonna see. Monkeys!
This is Historic Brawl. Hello, welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and as mentioned in previous video, I have some travel to do, so I just wanted to make a video showcasing my favorite Hell Q commander, Rusko Clockmaker. Yeah, I played this on Shuffle Up and Play. It was one of the more exciting things that I've gotten to do in my Magic career, play Rusko in paper. Really cool that they made that happen. This Alchemy commander is one of the better things about Alchemy, honestly. Love them or hate them, it's incredibly fun to be the person playing Rusko Clockmaker, conjuring midnight clocks onto the battlefield, ticking them up whenever you cast a non-creature spell, and drawing a fresh 7 cards. Because what's better in Magic than drawing a fresh 7 cards? This video is going to be a little different as I'll showcase a few different versions of the deck. Rusko used to be a card that you would see in just open queue when it was very first printed. It had like a couple of months where it was out there just with the other commanders, and it was so good. You could build the deck in a whole bunch of ways that just blink Rusko over and over and make dozens and dozens of clocks on the board, and that was really fun. But then Rusko got promoted to the highest of Hell Qs, going up against Teferis, Ragavans, Atroxes, all of the nastiest, rudest commanders out there, which really limited the way that Rusko works. It's very hard to resolve Rusko now. It's also very hard to get your clock to trigger, so you have to fight tooth and nail at every inch on winning that battle. So what you're gonna see here is basically a blue-black control deck with a life gain and drain commander in the command zone and 7 cards if you can pull it all together. You'll see all the interaction that Hell Q requires. If you thought my other Brawl decks were interaction heavy, wait till you see what's in Hell Q. You'll also see plenty of alchemy cards because many are powerful and they're needed to compete. One of my favorite little tidbits is Plunderer's Prize. This is now, if you build your deck with only 1 0-mana artifact in it, a turn 1 Chrome Mox. So it's like Llanowar Elves for everybody. You can play Plunderer's Prize where X is equal to 0 to seek a Chrome Mox directly onto the battlefield as long as Chrome Mox is your only 0-mana artifact in the deck. So that's why Plunderer's Prize gets a big time promotion, and cards like Mishra's Bauble take a little bit of a backseat in decks that run the prize. So otherwise, I mean, just look at all the interaction. You'll notice I'm very big on stifle effects. In particular, I'm very big on cycling effects to help win matchups against other control decks. If you're against Ragavan, you're just mulliganing to try to hit cards like Unable to Scream, Cut Down, Fatal Push, even Locust Spray, cheap removal spells to keep the monkey off your back. But when you're in the control matchup, you need to do things differently. Those counter wars, it's best to find a way to sidestep them instead of lean on narrow cards like Mystical Dispute. Good card, but I like doing things that aren't counterable. So you're going to see me rely on cards like Nimble Obstructionist. When you cycle this counter target activated or triggered ability, this turns off the opponent's big clock move, and often they don't have any way to stop you from doing that. But that's not the only cycling ability that I use to keep my fellow control mages off balance. I use the Kalimjin Emperor. When you cycle this, you tap an opposing creature and you draw a card, and then you conjure. Is it conjure? Get all my words right. Yeah, when you do, return this from the graveyard. Yeah, you may exile 2 other cards named this. Tap 1. What? Okay. When you discard this, as in you cycle it, conjure a card named this into your library 7th from the top. So you cycle this, you conjure into the deck. This is a really good card for those stalemates where both opponents don't want to do anything. You can use this to keep drawing cards. Once you've gone through that process a few times and drawn into the deck, guess what? You get a free 5/6 onto the battlefield that the opponent has to deal with. And so it's a pretty good card. You also have the Shark Typhoon, a classic control breaker in this deck that you can cycle. And you also have Mirror Shell Crab, which is a little more controversial, especially when you could run a Mystical Dispute. But when you channel this to counter a spell or an ability, they usually aren't ready for the crab. Like, it's kind of an uncounterable counterspell that also draws a card. So rather than run like an exclude that just gets you into a counter war where you're paying too much, a more uncounterable card seems to do the job for me. This version runs a ton of other alchemy cards. This is a heck of a 4-mana kind of draw 4 when you return 2 creatures from your graveyard to your hand. These often for me include the Obstructionist and the Mirror Shell Crab, and then you also seek 2 more cards. What a card! And it's an uncommon alchemy card most people don't know. Cathartic Operation. And then we also have Discover the Formula. Resolving this gets you so much value, reducing the cost of all the things in your hand, seeking new cards. Amazing. And this uses the Delve spells as well. So you'll have Dig Through Time, Treasure Cruise, Commandeer as a free spell. Very expensive cards. And these highlight the differences between the other version of Rusko that I like to play that I'll show you. This version is all about using Stifle type effects and playing a very Dimir control game. But there is a sidestep version, as I will show you what I call Rusko 5. I have many different Rusko decks, and both of them will be played a little bit in this video. This will be the first one you'll see in the video. Rusko 5. How would I describe Rusko 5? You see there's nothing over here at the top of the curve. The curve stops at 4 with 2 4-mana cards in One Ring and Displacer Kitten. My philosophy on this one, when people see Rusko, they're not mulliganing for cards like Fatal Push, and they're not mulliganing for Cut Down or a Witness Protection. What they're mulliganing for are counter spells, right? And what they're mulliganing for is like Duress and Mind Spike, cards that hit spells out of the hand, right? So this Rusko deck cuts all that top end and instead runs card advantage creatures that you can slam on turn 2 the opponent might not be prepared for. Caustic Bronco, Glimmer Hoarder? Huh? This is a survival card that drafts a card from its spell book after it's tapped at the end of combat, so a way to attack and get value. And you'll notice I run a bunch of these 2-mana creatures that get value every turn. Dark Confidant, you don't really want this in your deck if you're gonna run cards like Commandeer and Dig Through Time and Treasure Cruise, right? But here we can. We've got Psychic Frog, which is the best version of this and also made the other deck. But we also have Lazav, Wearer of Faces, which can go ahead and get us some clues. There is the Thought String Analyst, which exiles from the opponent's deck, which is a little more risky. There's Agent of Rafine. So you see, we're just trying to take advantage of the stereotypes around Rusko as a control deck and then slam a creature that they aren't prepared for, and then use that creature to get card advantage that lets us take over the game. Because of that, we have a much lower curve here on this build of Rusko. This is also a very fun one, but more of a test. You'll see me run this version first, and then you're going to see me run the other version. Man, build Rusko how you want to. If you want to stick to the dream of blinking the Clockmaker and making 100 million clocks, there are still ways to do it. I'll show you one in one of the games with this version of the deck that shows some very fun things and gross things you can do with Wishclaw Talisman, Displacer Kitten when you hold priority. It's going to be a good show. So I hope you enjoy a little bit of me just playing around with my clocks here on my own channel as I take a vacation. I just wanted to play something fun for myself. A deck that I could play every day, honestly, but I know you guys crave variety and not everybody loves Rusko as much as me. But for those of you who are believers, enjoy this video, and thank you very much for being a fan and subscriber of the channel. Remember to like the video, it does help a lot, and as always, you're cool.
Incoming message from CGB HQ.
New playmat! Yes! We have the CovertGoBlue Dinosaur Rider playmat. You can get this sweet playmat and the sweet new token as well in a bundle at CoolStuffInc.com/CGB. That's CovertGoBlue HQ. CoolStuffInc.com/CGB. Get yours today for the easy price of $19.99.
Bro. Okay. Another blue showdown. This hand is turn 2 Mox Diamond or Bronco. We draw a blue source. Mox Diamond on turn 1. This is probably not good, but Tail's End is. Sunken Hollow, I think, is going to get us here. Opponent go to 5. What do you think they are mulliganing for as Uro against Rusko? It's probably not removal spells for Caustic Bronco. Maybe they we could have got that. Honestly, maybe it is just mana drain. Maybe that's what they mulligan for. Cobra. Okay, 2 things I should have hit with intimidation tactics. Wrecked. This is off a mold of 5. You don't have the cards in the graveyard yet to get Uro, though. Okay. What to do now? We just deluge them after a Bronco hit. Witness protection's pretty good. Have 1 mana open. You know about witness protection? Are they just gonna bring Uro out and get it witness protected? Dude, mold of 5 on the play, so down 3 cards, and they've done this many in like just stupid game actions already. But I will give them credit for knowing what to mull for. I've been playing standard by comparison. Interesting. We know it's just counter spells though, right? And they didn't even shuffle. There. Look at me. I got mana. I can ramp too. Counter Black Lotus. Or I think we hold. They're just gonna let that sit? We might counter this. I'll just play something else next turn. Sure. We want to hold one of these to counter the clock, getting them 7 cards, because right now they're out of stuff. Yeah, look at them go. You know their hand is dead. So what's down there? 3? Yeah, let it be. No cards. Okay, all you got is mana. And we try to hold this because we can replicate it a bunch of times against their clock. Now it's my turn. You had all the action for so long. But this is my time. Race to the top of the clock. Congrats on your power 9. Oh, I've never seen someone punished by the power 9 this hard. Kind of impressive, to be honest. It has to be something the opponent controls. It does. Well, we know we want... Did we just hold it? Actually, I think we just hold it. We can try to bounce the clock later, or we can save it to fight against a spell that would ruin our clock. Like, look at him go. Settle the Wilds. Yep. So they're going to get a 5-mana spell here, which is a great thing to sink into Super, because it's expensive. Nothing. Okay, they have a 5-mana spell they're not using. What do you think of that? Cut down. Pick. Okay, they didn't do anything while I was tapped out. Flats. Yep. Okay, resolve it. Wait for the next trigger. Okay. They have 1 card. I'm gonna replicate this 3 times. Adding another counter won't do it. It's already on the stack. Beautiful. Hetiova. That's the 5-mana card. Go away. You want to try it again? I sure do. I hope it's a good card. Yeah, you're on 13, LOL. 7 new ones? Love to see it. There's a Wish Claw. Neither of these kill Tatio, do they? That's rough. Cyclonic Rift. Is that even what we want? We have them somewhat stuck, but we can bounce the Wish Claw. That's pretty good. Let's see if we can get this Tatiova unable to scream. Okay, that worked. What do you think is in their hand? Give you a card. All right, what do we get? We get Kitten. We get Kitten. Hopefully it's not a quench. Beautiful. And we get a new clock. And we get back Wish Claw. That's the plan. They still only have 6 lands. Oh, that's a big creature. Okay. I have 5 cards in graveyard. I'll take it. It's just 1. Bronco is back. Wishclaw. More clocks, please. Okay, I need a way to keep this party going indefinitely with the Wishclaw. So how do I just get way more cards? Hopefully while also getting my Wishclaw. I should have just blinked it, right? In response. I think I could have blinked it in response. All right, return Wishclaw to hand is sink into Stupor. It's also into the Floodmaw, right? It is. Let it never be said I don't know my Wishclaw lines. We got clocks, baby. This is like old school Rusko now. This is how it used to be. A little full control action, blinking Wishclaw before they get it back. Okay, something to kill the Bony Paul. What's your toughness? 5. Beautiful. Go, baby, go, baby, go. Are we on 7? 8. Okay. Die, Tatiova. Blink Wishclaw. They're probably hanging in there because they have a time walk, right? Wish I had a time walk. Game would be over right here. But instead, we just need some cheap plays. Dark Ritual. Does that do the job? But also to rest them. We could also heist them. What if I got their time walk? Still got 2 timeouts. We're doing fine. Blink Wishclaw. Who needs Paradox Engine, my friends? Are they giving me the rope now? Do they draw the line at being heisted? I really want to see an Ancestral Recall. You have no idea how much I want this. This might be the worst Oracle of the Alpha ever played. Just the fact that they drew mana off the top when they really needed other things. Even Black Lotus. Hey, roping me? You roping me? It's Hell Q, baby. You sign up for this treatment. I also think I can get you guys to play Wishclaw. Ah, oh, man. Commandeer, Mythweaver Pock. Dang, these are not the cards I wanted, but I guess I'll take this one. It could be worse. I still get a Wishclaw, so I have 1 mana left. Do we have an Essence Flux? That would do the job, right? Stifle, Rapid Hybridization, Prize. Oh, there it is. Okay. Crack it, but don't crack it. So now we just need a 1 mana blue spell to crack 8 Midnight Clock now. Is Uro dissatisfied? You think they ever plan to cast, you know, take some long turns? Cast some extra turn spells? You think that was on their to-do list? Okay. We're almost there, opponent. We're almost there. I've done kind of almost all I can do. Just want a 1 mana spell to trigger a clock before they get a chance to stop me. And it can't be black. It has to be blue. Has to be blue. Yep, we'll just put this Brainstorm on the stack. Because this should trigger the clock before the Brainstorm. And now we should be set up to Commandeer if we need to. Resolve. Beautiful. Beautiful. Put some of these cards away that we might fetch on a future time. We still have a Consider. We still have a Wishclaw. We've had a good time. You want to take 2? You know, since you attacked with your legitimate business, Uro. All you. Have fun. See if they can draw what they need. If they draw a Time Walk and I Commandeer it, how do you think they'd feel? They held out that whole time to do their surveil. What a pro. This clock is on 10, so we're almost shuffling up again. There you go. There you go. Let's flicker the signet. So we have up Sheoldred's Edict. Ah, thank you for that. See? You were trying to extra turn me. You don't fool me. This is 11 going to 12. Might as well do it now. This would kill the Uro, but I don't think it matters now. Legitimate business person down? Game over, man. Wow. What a funny game. A Johnny, tough opponent. It's a very tough card to deal with. We have the Fatal Push. Do not have the black mana. I can name human on 2 and have the Thought String Analyst though. Let's give it a try. We can also Demolition Field into Fatal Push. Let's see what happens. Good card. Makes it hard to interact, doesn't it? Gonna get got, aren't we? I think we are. Drum? Are they missing a land? No. Are they gonna tap the Giver to cast a Johnny? No way. Oh, is it my birthday? What the hell was that?
I will prove my worth to
A
my
mountain. Okay, this is protection, right? Oh, that's too bad. Oh man, that's too bad. Dude, this was so close to being good. I have to do it. I have to do this. It's so lame. Ah, God, if they get a protection spell from this, I'm buried. I'm absolutely cooked. Got him. Ooh, yes. We got him. Okay. Okay. They left it in the graveyard. Should have withered it. So what, they have Helping Hand up their sleeve? What do you think? Okay. They keep a removal spell against me. Feel ya. It's a busted little card you got there. And they're holding. So this, everything now produces black. Thank you. Where were you last turn? Oh my God. Okay. Witness Protection. Legitimate Business Giver. That's a pretty cool title, I gotta say. And Dead Dog. We're doing our best. We are dealing with threats. That's very bad. That's very bad. Please don't kill this stupid little cat right now.
Nothing can break our bond.
I don't think there's a 2-mana board wipe in my deck. Could go get cut down. A 2-mana removal spell? And then they just cast it again? And then I have to hit a board wipe like a Meat Hook Massacre? I think that's where it's sort of at. Everything produces black. Gosh, I'm so close to that deluge. I don't think I'm gonna have time for that deluge. Dark Ritual. Nope. Doesn't do much. Is there a version of this that is better than like a Long Goodbye? It gets me where I need to be. Don't think so. Extraction Specialist is a good find. That's pretty hot. So now what we're hoping is stock up into Toxic Deluge, which is asking a lot. Stoneforge gets Aether Spark. Nice. What a good backup plan for just attacking the holy crap out of me. What, you have Embercleave too? I was wondering why they didn't get Embercleave. That's why. All right. Stock up into Land Deluge. Not it. Gross. Deck is so good. It's really stupidly good. The enemy. The truest enemy. Nothing like a Ragavan unable to scream it. Am I right? Wow, they found a turn one play they like. This is how bad mono red players are. They need their turn one play spelled out for them in the command zone. I'll just put out this tome. Are they gonna burn me? Hex. So that's when I cast a non-creature spell. Good card. Doesn't keep me from doing this. Maddening Hex. When an enchanted player casts a non-creature spell, roll a d6. It deals damage equal to the result. It is maddening. Okay, there's the slice, but... Fog, nice. Okay, they've got a Reckless Stormseeker now. Could have dismembered it. Would have taken a lot of damage though. Okay. How do we maximize getting around this? I'm trying to find a light of hope, right? That's what I need. Giant growth. LOL. What a card. I didn't cast a spell this turn. If I don't cast a spell, this is going to flip. But if it flips, I just dismember it, right? But if I bounce this... Okay, so I got to go do this. Low rolls only. Solved it. Amped Raptor. Okay, we still got creatures to deal with. Fog will help, but it would be really nice to get Rusko back out. Looks like they missed on the energy with a Detective's Phoenix. And they're not playing the Pyromancer because I think they're going to play out their whole hand first. Thorn's Ransom. Yuck. Probably gonna fog. It would still be really nice to play the Rusko first. If I have 5 or less life, gain twice as much life is pretty solid. Bottom. TikTok. Perfectly played for their Seasoned Pyromancer and its sweet 2 cards. What a master. But I don't think we have to overreact here. about them piles? I'll choose this one. Yay, untap land and dark ritual. Brilliant. I wonder what they think I wanted there. One black, one blue. Yeah, we want to do it after this is on the field for the life gain. The edict is not good. Making them sack the Ragavan is not good, but that comes up sometimes. Now remember, if we wait till we're under 5 life to gain, we gain double on one of these, which could matter. We're trying to bait the Grim Lavamancer here. Two mana up. I think I make them sack Ragavan now. Oh, they're just gonna scoop. Okay. Well, that was just too much adversity for a red mage to handle. Could there be anything worse than Doravi? Everything is the worst at this level. Absolutely everything. This hand is not busted, so we mulligan. Hand is definitely not busted. Mana drain. No blue. What is going on? This has been terrible. This is some of the worst hands I've ever seen. Wash Away is useless. Shark Typhoon is useless. God, that's bad. Just need lands, I guess. Tap land, interesting. Pew! No bird, though. Archon of Emeria? Fine with me. Gotta get the clock ticking. And then Castorevi. Looking forward to watching them just get everything for free here. Stupid Archon. Hi. I'm hoping they don't bring it back out right now so I can bind it. I'm hoping they're trying to be too clever. Yeah, they're timing it. We'll see if they also have a counterspell, right? Okay, so because of the Archon, I can't use the reanimate here. So I want this on the battlefield, trigger on the stack. That's where I want to tide bind it. If I tide bind it here, they just bring it out next turn. Subtlety is there, Oracle is there, Unable to Scream is there. Subtlety doesn't do much. How do I win a counter war here? I think I just need card advantage. And that's Discover. Eventually. Oh, that's what I should have tide bound right there. God, I'm bad against this deck. I'm so bad at this. I forgot it had the ETB. Okay. Let's see what they get. Something that's 4 mana. And is their only spell this turn because of the Archon? They get Nadu. Sure. Okay, great. Love that. So, trigger. Turn off Derevi forever, but we're still going to probably lose to Nadu. Although we can make Nadu unable to scream. There we go. There we go. Now, unfortunately, we have to take some damage. Delny is a double trigger, but for what? I guess just making some things unblockable. So this is 4. Okay, gotta kill the Delny somehow. That is a way. And it has to not involve a counterspell. So we have to do this. Is this enter tapped? Non-basic lands enter tapped. I'm too worried about them drawing a counterspell to hold. Emil the Blessed, pretty good card. They flicker this, and that fixes the Tidebinder problem. So basically a perfect draw. Now Downey says power 2 or less. How do I get this back? Yeah, that Emil draw is insane. Get a bird. Get a mastermind. Free bird. Get it. Okay, do that now. Nothing I can do about it now. I'm about to trigger the clock. By the way, this is my one spell. Ooh, spicy stuff. Very spicy stuff. I have to counter the Emil ability, I think. That's probably the play. Because remember, they still only get one spell a turn, but this Emil is insane, and I can't remove it. A lot of mana. Anything I can do about it first? Don't think so. I can flicker the... When I get a kitten down, I can flicker the Tidebinder. That's something. Are they just gonna kill me here? Crab. Ephemerate? Sure, but they can't cast it? Sure. I've got to move this Archon. Wait, they can cast it, but I can cast a Commandeer and I can flicker the Tidebinder? I can flicker the Rusko. Flickering the Tidebinder doesn't do it. Okay. Don't think I have time for Oracle, although I guess Oracle's kind of a last hope here. But Kitten's better? Okay. We're having a game. This is definitely a game of Magic the Gathering. Fortunately, this is a sorcery. We hate that. Kill the Emil. I really wanted them to kill the Tidebinder. Oh, opponent, I think I hate you more than anything. But here we are. Nothing is legendary, so it's 4 mana. Use that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Nah, it's got to be you, right? But I have Dark Ritual. That's the thing. Using this, I only get to trigger it once. And I think it takes down the Nadu. How do I trigger it? I guess I Dark Ritual. Yeah, I Dark Ritual and I channel the Takenuma. Activated. Triggered. Triggered. Hmm? Just go to combat? Because I might be dead. I'm not dead. Not really what we want to do, is it? Like this and like this, I suppose. We like Archon. The opponent has 5 cards. I'm at 4. I guess we don't like Archon. A little cycle. Not much, but it's something. Into my hand. Okay. That's fine. Could be worse. They already cast their spell. All right, let's take the abilities of Nadu. They want to play Limvala. Activated abilities of creatures. Okay, I don't have activated abilities here, only triggered. And the Archon is now gone. And it's only opponents? Opponents. Okay, my turn. Go to 1. Go to 1. Or will it cost me? Okay. That's a Wish Claw. We can rift them. We have this Displacer Kitten. We have this on 9. If we cast this, I don't think we get the next turn. But Wish Claw, rift them. How about a Time Warp? Are those in this deck? We had instant speed. We could do something right now, but no, we know we have to do this. Let's see. Show me what you got. No Time Warps. Back to your hand. Okay. Attack. Replay Wish Claw. We could go fetch Pact. What would we pact? Nadu? Just making sure there's nothing else here to bounce the Wish Claw. Close one, baby. Really close one. Since they put this in the hand, they can't use the ability to bring it out of the command zone, but I can't pact Derevi. If I pact Derevi, they'll just cast it again. They probably should have put Derevi in the command zone so they could bring it out at instant speed and tap one of our attackers. Man, are they going to regret throwing away that Archon of Emeria when they got so aggressive? They might be looking at their deck list. Like, what deals 1 damage and beats a Pact of Negation? Displays their kitten, my friends. What a card. What a card. You know what also could have been the fetch? Subtlety. Subtlety could have been the fetch. That might have been better in a few senses. The 5 mana next turn could really cost me. Come on, surely they're not going to rope out here. They have a Wish Claw. They were playing crisp, fast, aggressive all game. Now with me at 1 little life. Beautiful. Ah, 1 is not 0.